Remember, if you enjoy the content, to like, share, and subscribe. Chapter 9, Animal Farm. Plans for the petting zoo and the ecological garden get underway almost at once, with you and Ryder responsible for the setup. I knew this would be a big undertaking, but I'm pretty sure I'm tearing muscles I didn't even know I had. Nearby Ryder preps a hand-washing station. He hauls 2 5-gallon water jugs at once, one balanced on each of his massive shoulders. You gonna stand there staring all day, or are you helping me haul these? Sorry, just enjoying the view. You tilt your head, watch as he sets the water jugs down, his biceps swelling underneath the fit of his shirt. Don't mind me, just gathering information on proper caring techniques. Alright, and what have you learned so far? I'm not sure. I'll need to see it again without the shirt on. He strips off his shirt with a grunt and uses it to towel off his face. His body glistens with the sweat as he rolls his shoulders and stretches his arms above his head as, by contrast, your own mouth goes totally dry. Damn. It is unfair how good he makes manual labor look. Ryder turns to look at you, a lopsided grin flickering over his expression as he catches you staring. What's wrong, Belle? Haven't seen a man sweat before. Not like that, I haven't. Well, let's get a move on. We still need to get... But before he can finish, Mandy's voice calls out from the barn, laced with panic. Oh, no, no! Uh-oh. Sounds like Mandy might be having trouble with the animals. Either that or she's trying to dress them up in matching hats again. I'll finish up here. Why don't you lend her a hand? With a nod of agreement, you trot towards the barn, only to find her staging a goat to look as if he's sleeping with a pillow, blanket, and sleeping cap. That's it. I just need you to stay still for one shot. Slowly, she reaches for her phone. Oh, you're so cute. Only for the goat to leap up, knock off the sleeping cap, and trample it. Damn it! Hey, what are you doing? Well, thank God. Will you grab that bowl of watermelon? I've got some goats to bribe. Oh, watermelon, I miss you. You turn to where Mandy's pointing and see a bowl full of triangles of cut watermelon. Scooping it up, you head towards her. I thought you were supposed to be setting up animal pens. I will. I'm just trying to get some shots of Picta, and these slices are going to be the perfect incentive. I didn't know goats could eat watermelon. Oh yeah, getting stage shots like these are pretty tricky, so it helps that they'll do just about anything for a bite. I mean, so will I, but that's what I need to know. As she shoots you with a wink, you reach into the bowl and grab a slice. Well, in that case, I'd rather feed you. I suddenly need to know exactly what you meant when you said anything. Well, then why don't we find out? As Mandy parts her lips, you ease the fruit into her waiting mouth, watching as her lips close over it and juice dribbles down her chin. Her moan makes her muscles deep within tighten, and you can't resist caressing her face and kissing off the sticky droplet. Mandy? As you sigh her name, Mandy turns to find her lips with her own. She opens to you, and you taste her sweet with the fruit juice on her tongue. Only for the goat to snatch the remainder of the fruit from your hand. Are we not paying the rest of you enough attention? Here, let me make up for it. You watch amused as Mandy tosses aside her supplies and wraps her arm around the nearest goat's neck. That is... Not that this isn't entertaining or anything, but what are you doing? If the animals are in good mood, then they'll pass that enthusiasm on to the guests. It's science. Is it? Okay, so it's science adjacent, but I like to think it helps. Actually, it does. If the animals are receptive to love, they'll give love out as well. It's certainly hard to argue with the results. As Mandy gets to her feet, the baby goat prances in a playful circle, kicking to the left, the right, and straight at Mandy's knee. Ah! Whoa there. You steady, Mandy, as she grips her leg, and as she laughs, She lets herself sink into your embrace. Sorry about that. I guess the goat feels as strongly about the science backing my cuddles as much as I do. You pluck a piece of straw from her hair and allow your fingers to run through her silken strands before pausing at the back of her head. I always suspected goats are more intelligent than we give them credit for. For a moment, your words hang in the air, then Mandy pulls you in, her every curve settling against you as she presses her lips to yours. But the animals aren't the only ones who need some extra attention. Want to join me in the loft for a little TLC? Your whole body sings as her hands graze your sides, and as she pulls you into the waist, it takes everything in you to pant out. What about the pins? We have to make sure the animals are taken care of. As her hands sink lower, you bite back a groan. It's my job to make sure you're taken care of too. I wouldn't want to come between you and work. You are so thoughtful. She licks slightly at your bottom lip, and with a groan of satisfaction, you open your mouth to let her in. There's an urgency in her hips, and as she strains to get closer, but as you slide your hands down at the generous flare of her ass, she backs away. Not here. Let's go in the loft. It's dark and private. And something tells me the view is something you don't get to see every day. Your eyes rake over her body as you imagine it naked and flushed under your attention. A pool of warmth floods between your thighs. In that case, lead the way. You step aside, allowing Mandy first dibs at the ladder. She steps up onto the bottom rung and starts climbing, her ass swaying left and right. I'm gonna watch it. Although, to be fair, the view from down here isn't half bad either. You watch as her ass stretches the limits of the denim. Your mind immediately goes to her bent over in front of you, bare and ready. Earth the bell. You climb to find her at the top of the ladder, looking at you from the top of the loft. I promise the real thing is better than whatever you're dreaming up. As you step onto the loft platform, the sweet scent of hay floods your senses as you take in the golden piles of bedding. No one and their mother has ever said the sweet scent of hay. Just saying. Oh wow, you were right. This place is perfect. Most people go, achoo! At Mandy's uncharacteristic silence, you turn towards her with a question on your lips. It falls away when you see how much she's suddenly shaking. Holy hell, Mandy, don't tell me you're afraid of heights. I thought a woman like you wasn't afraid of anything. I'm not scared, just cold. Wraps her arms around her for warmth, but you notice she wobbles as far away from the ledge as she can get. Can a girl get a little chilly every now and then? Oh, Mandy. Damn, that's how bad you wanted this ass? If I had known you were this thirsty. Laughing, she tosses her hair and draws closer. She hooks a finger in the front of your belt and tugs you towards her with a one hard yank. What can I say? I'm literally risking my life to be with you. Your body slams into her, sending the pair of you scrambling towards the back wall with your bodies tangled. You better make sure I don't regret it. For my part, I'm glad you're the type to act before thinking. That makes two of us. I've never once regretted acting on impulse. She lifts her lips so close to yours that you can feel the words taking shape. And it's a lot easier when I have someone like you to enable me. You drop your lips to her, sweeping your tongue against hers until she moans in your mouth. I'm always on my worst behavior with you, Belle. You kiss her again, pressing her up against the back wall, and as her body cushions yours, you let your hands wander. Then maybe I should return the favor. Under her shirt, you graze her waist, and as the warm, soft skin of her stomach gives way to her breast, you push up her bra cups to reveal pert nipples that harden under your touch. She moans in your mouth as you slide your thigh between her legs, her hips already bucking against you. How's that? Good, but I want your mouth. She grips the back of your hand, aiming you towards the swell of her breast, and as you take her nipples between your teeth, her whole body convulses. Don't stop. Never. Mandy's breath quickens as you work her body, and you close your eyes to listen, losing yourself in the squirms and sighs. As she nears the edge, every surge of her hips is powerful. You kiss her with the same intensity, holding nothing back until... You and Mandy got busy on the barn loft. Basically, we got handsy. Well, that was... Remember, I had to remove it because of YouTube. You know how it works. Incredible, mind-blowing, delicious. Catch Mandy's gaze as you ease your drenched fingers in your mouth, chasing her desire, but voices down below make you stop short. I'm telling you, there's no way that sound was a goat. It sounded like, well... There's no telling what Mandy's up to in here. Just leave her be. I'll ask about it later. Oh my god, it's Ryder. Relax, we can sneak down the back way, come on. Quickly, Mandy fixes her clothes, and as she takes your hand, she swipes a thumb at the side of your mouth. It comes away smeared with her lipstick. Oh, and Belle? The answer was D, all the above. That was a test? By the time the kids arrive, the animals, water stations, and eco garden are set. Even Mandy and Ryder are on their best behavior. Welcome, everyone. Please file on in. There's plenty for everyone to see. Mom, look, an alpaca. A-L-P-A-C-A, alpaca. Big deal. I can do that too, cow. C-O-W, cow. I know you're both excited for the petting zoo, but remember what I said. Learning first, playtime second. As the mom steers her kids in the direction of Ryder's informative garden display, he practically beams with pride. See, Mandy, I told you parents would love the farm side of things. For now, but once they cat's out of my baby bunny hutch, it's all over for you. Grab Mandy and the two of you work to corral the long line of guests starting to form outside the animal pens. Well, boss, what's the plan? Do we let them run wild or try to keep things dignified? I love a wild ride as much as the next free spirit, but animal safety's the first lesson. You got a preference? A preference? Goats. Seriously, did you see the baby goat? It's cute. The goats are your brainchild. Why not start there? I like the way you think. She claps to get the crowd's attention. As the murmuring and shuffling comes to a stop, she turns towards them with a bright, beaming smile. Okay, kids, we're gonna start with a personal favorite of mine. Even more kids. Wait, what? It means baby goats, silly. They're my favorite. Love the babies. Serious. Mandy's enthusiasm is infectious, leading over to you as you help her lead the kids from one animal pen to the other. Can anyone here tell me which animal has the best sense of smell? I'll give you a hint. We definitely don't have it here at the Martinez Ranch. His nose would take up too much space. I know, it's an elephant. No. Mandy starts to explain the olfactory skills of all the different farm animals. You can hear the parents murmuring in the background. I'll say this, Mandy Martinez, she almost never runs out of things to say. It's harder than you'd think. I'm feeling a little drained just looking at all of her energy. You let the group go on without you, and as you bend over to catch your breath, a hand warms your back. What's wrong, Bill? You look like you're about to pass out. I'm just waiting for my favorite sustainable garden expert. I would have loved to have gone with the first one, though. I've had enough of barnyard animals. What I really need is someone to talk to me about root vegetables. You wouldn't happen to know anyone sporting something long and hard, would you? Belle, you better be talking about carrots with all these guests around. No, I was talking about eggplant. You can't help but laugh at his expression, which is equal parts shocked and amused. But yeah, I might know a guy. Before you know it, Ryder's leading you towards a water station away from the guests. He fills a cup and hands it to you. I don't like your color. What you need is a few minutes out of the sun and to put some ice in the water. Let's get you inside. But what about your garden? Your safety comes first, Belle. Always. The low rumble of his voice is impossible to ignore, and so is your gradual blurring of your vision. Why is everything so fuzzy? Because you're about to pass out. Quickly, Ryder hurries you towards the main house. Finish your drink, it'll help. Sure enough, You bring the cup to your lips, and as you down the cool water, your vision gets more clear. But Ryder doesn't let you go. Tough as he is, Ryder must really care to take such good care of me. I wonder what else he'd do for me in the name of making me feel better. Before you can truly consider it, you and Ryder arrive at the front porch, and Ryder glares down at the steps leading to the entryway. Think you can make it up the stairs? I'm not sure I can make it on my own. Laying it on a little thick, you even lean more of your weight onto him and let your head loll on his shoulder. I've got you. Hold on, Belle. Taking advantage of a man's generosity and caring for you. Ah, yes. Without hesitating, Ryder slides one arm around your neck while scooping the other behind your knees. Hold still. It's this damn direct sunlight that's the problem. He carries you as if you weigh no more than a feather. Your whole body sags gratefully into his as he heads into the house with his long, capable strides. The moment you enter the air-conditioned kitchen, you can feel your skin starting to tingle and your senses start to come back. Can you stand up while I get you some ice, or do you need another minute? I can do anything if you promise to carry me all over the ranch like that. His silent laughter shakes you both. I think you're gonna live. He gently sets you down on your feet. You lean back against the counter with a sigh, your elbows propped behind you as you let the cool air wash over you. That feels so much better. Ryder watches you unblinkingly for a full 20 seconds. Didn't you say something about ice? He shakes himself off and scoops a cup of ice from the cooler. Filling the cup to the brim with water, he hands it to you, his fingers brush against yours for an electric moment. I want to see you finish every drop of that, Belle, I'm serious. As you lift the cup to your lips and swallow, you feel the full weight of his gaze. Spill some water down your neck. With a twist of your wrist, you allow a few cascades of water to trail down the side of your mouth and down your neck. And just like that, every drop's gone. I meant drink it. Still, Ryder watches as the water soaks through your shirt, making the outline of your breasts evident. Are you complaining? No. Ryder draws you so close that he's almost pushing you up against the counter. You know how I feel about the ecosystem, Belle. Shame on you for wasting water. You can feel the rumble of his drawl shaking you through your whole body. It settles with a heavy heat at the pit of your stomach. Maybe you should punish me for it then. A gleam of appreciation fills his eyes, and with a low laugh, he slowly peels your damp shirt from your skin. You ain't seen nothing yet. Wringing the shirt between his strong hands, he squeezes the water out. He's left with a long, twisted piece of fabric that he flicks thoroughly and lightly through the air, and brings stinging to the side of your ass. Ryder! His smile twists even more, his eyebrow cocked at the rakish angle. What's wrong, Belle? I thought you wanted a punishment. Not that kind, I'm sick. I have heat stroke. Ryder looks you up and down before taking your arms and wrapping them around his neck. His breath washes over you as he growls. You look mighty fine to me. Then your lips claim his, and his massive body melts into yours, completely at your disposal. I hate to look a gift horse in the mouth, but this feels more like a reward than a punishment. At that, Ryder scoops an ice cube out of your cup and holding it just out of reach. You were serious about cooling down. This should show you I mean business. Where do you want it? You should stick it in my mouth. Ah! You park your lips and immediately Ryder's gaze is laser focused. But if you want it back, you'll have to come get it. He paints the cube across your lips, leaving them wet, dripping before easing it inside. You have such a beautiful mouth. I think I'll leave that there for safekeeping. Don't move it. You keep the ice still on your tongue. His eyes never leave yours as he presses his lips to your neck, gently biting and sucking. Shh. His hands grab your ass, kneading the muscles as he presses you against the firm pressure of his growing desire. Don't let that ice move. Keep it right where I put it. The icy cold sinks in, creating a dull, aching feeling that only heightens the sensation of him hardened and yielding against you. At the last of the ice melts, he plunges his tongue in your mouth, and as you moan, his heat floods you. Had enough of me yet? Not even close. Unable to take another second of this game of hot and cold, you cover his lips with yours, kissing him with a passion that backs him down. You don't let up. As he stumbles backward, he accidentally kicks the cooler and splashes everywhere, dousing you both. By the time I'm done with you, there won't be any cold water left. I think you meant to say, by the time I'm done with you. You drive your hips into his, grinding against him, and he groans. I can't take too much more of this, Belle. Me neither. I'm ready to have you warm me all the way up. I need you. Damn straight, and I know just how to give you everything you need. He lifts you onto the countertop, and with a hungry glint in his eyes, he tugs your pants down your legs until there's nothing between you but air. Whoa, you sure about this? I'm supposed to be taking care of you, remember? That means taking care of you all the way to the edge. And back again. He gave you an oral examination. What do you want from me? I'll say we did, but my vision isn't blurry anymore, so that tall drink of water you prescribed was just what I needed. And now, I'm even thirstier than before. You let your eyes wander as bearskin and familiar warmth resurges. I could stay in this kitchen drinking you in all day. You press your mouth to his, the taste of desire passing between you. I can honestly say I'll never look at this water cooler the same again. Together, the two of you clean up and get dressed, and before you leave, you reach for Ryder's cowboy hat, propping it back on his head. What do you say, cowboy? Should we head back out there? Yes, but take this with you. He pours the last of the water from the cooler into a cup and hands it to you. Oh, still taking care of me? He reaches up to adjust the fit of his hat, almost completely concealing his smug grin. Of course, but after a session like that, it'd be irresponsible of me not to make sure you're rehydrated. As the afternoon wears on, you find Manny at the side of her vent, being scolded by a stern-faced woman. Well, ma'am, I'm sorry you feel that way. Is everything okay over here? No, because she hasn't answered my question. What type of family-friendly place doesn't sell any food or snacks? Well, ma'am, Mandy's bang-up goat cheese is here. We even have samples out today, and everyone who's tried them says they're delicious. Don't you mean you had samples? They're all gone. The woman turned to Mandy with a scowl. Honestly, if this is how you do business, no wonder the rumors keep swirling around about you running this place into the ground. Well, I can't disclose all the financials, but I can assure you, we're doing fine. Which is what bosses say when they don't actually know their finances. It's irresponsible to introduce this to kids like my Harper without doing anything to ensure its longevity. Shame on you. Yes, ma'am. Like I said the first 3 times, I'm sorry you feel that way. Mandy hangs her head as the woman drones on. Something about the superior way she speaks to Mandy reminds you of Cal. Mandy's worked too damn hard to be treated like this. Immediately you step in between them. Why don't you tell us your address of your ranch so we can come and check your books later, lady? It's not as easy as it looks, and Mandy's killing it, so back off. Excuse me? You're excused. Belle? Before you can dig a deeper hole, Ryder appears, taking his place at Mandy's side and crossing his arms across his broad chest. Ma'am, Martinez Ranch is solid. You and Harper can rest assured we'll be here for all your dairy needs. As for the snacks, we'll work on them. His tone brokers no argument. She looks at Ryder, stunned, before muttering something underneath her breath and taking off. That was nuts. That's business. You'd be surprised how petty the public can be. Oh, God, yes, I can. Oh, really, I know how petty some of you can be. Well, thanks for speaking up. You totally saved my ass. A keyword, I said some. Not all of you. I know those of you who have reached this far in my video typically love what I do, but otherwise, there's people who leave comments all the time being hateful pieces of crap. Yes, well, you were in a tough spot, but she may have had a point. Even my stomach's rumbling. You glance around the event to find hungry kids and annoyed parents. We ought to feed everyone here before we lose them. Did we order ice cream for this kickoff? We did, but Dane and his guys won't serve it in this heat. That's extra, and we can't afford it. So, we man the ice cream truck. It'll let us take care of our guests and show that lady we've totally got this. Ryder looks to Mandy and back at you, a questioning lift to his brow. It'll be all hands on deck situation if we want to pull this thing off. We'll have to work as a team, all three of us. This is a great chance to get Mandy and Ryder on the same side for once, and to make sure the event is a success. If there's anything guaranteed to hype kids up, it's mass infusion of sugar. Let's do this. Ryder puts the call through, and sure enough, it only takes a few minutes for the iconic Mr. Cube music to fill the air. Do I hear? Is that? Ice cream truck! Oh, thank goodness. I wasn't sure how much longer we could hold out without a meltdown. Don't worry, we'll have things up and running in no time. You and Mandy make your way to where Ryder stands chatting with the driver of the truck. Like I said, I owe you big time. Make yourself at home in my cabin and I'll let you know when we're done. Anytime, bro. Save me a vanilla soft serve if there's anything left. As Ryder steps into the truck, the whole thing sags on one side. Top of his cowboy hat brushes the roof, his massive shoulders practically filling the space. Wow, this thing's a lot smaller than I remember. Maybe the problem is that you've gotten bigger. When was the last time you stood next to an ice cream truck, Ryder? I don't know, when I was 12. Case solved. Ryder leaps down from the truck to find himself surrounded by a pack of ravenous beasts. Hungry children. I want chocolate. I want a cherry on top. I'll pay extra if you've got some buttered rum back there somewhere. One at a time, guys. Buttered rum. Never had that. Why don't the two of us squeeze inside to serve while the third person wrangles the kids? Good idea. I'm glad to help wherever I'm needed. I think Mandy and I can fit. I don't mind squeezing as long as you're the one doing it with me. That's what they all say. I guess that puts me on kid duty. Without a moment's hesitation, he puts his fingers in his mouth and blows a piercing whistle. Alright, kids, line it up, one behind the other. His voice booms over the chatter, and in no time at all, the kids are shuffling into order. Huh, looks like kids love Ryder almost as much as animals do. Always have. It's his superpower. The moment you realize everything is handled outside, you turn your attention inside. Especially how close you and Mandy have to stand to make it work. Everywhere you turn, she's right there. Soft curves and lulling heat. What's wrong, Belle? Feeling a little claustrophobic? At this rate, I'll be too distracted to get any work done. You push aside your desire and slam the door shut and have the truck call to yourselves, even though it's a struggle. The only thing I'm afraid of is not moving fast enough to feed the massive crowd. Why don't you scoop the ice cream? I'll handle the register. She grabs 2 metal scoops, one to tuck into her waistband and one to start working. Sounds good to me. You know how I feel about handling the financial side of things. We know. For the children. Spirits are high as the 3 of you get to work. Every kid wants something different, and every parent is willing to pay extra to get it. I said more sprinkles, please. More! Please don't let the strawberry and chocolate touch. They aren't friends anymore. Oh, okay, kid. You're cute. You're gonna go together in your stomach. Anyway, with a roll over her eyes, their mom hands over a 20. Keep the change. You guys deserve it. We haven't had this much fun in ages. Mandy's eyes grow wide at how generous everyone is being. That is a lot of cash coming in for a last-minute snack idea. How much of this do we have to pay to your supplier? This time, nothing. We get the full cut. Wow, that's generous. We're going through a ton of ice cream. I think Dane's trying to woo us. He wants to be our exclusive ice cream partner at a full-time or future events. Hell, don't even know any other ice cream trucks. Consider it done. Mandy lets out a whoop with all the kids mimic. A few come back for seconds, but the line eventually starts to tap her down. As you start to catch your breath, you become even more aware of Mandy next to you. With every order, she finds a reason to brush past you until finally you can't take it anymore. You are so lucky. I can't do what I want to right now. She casts a mischievous glance over her shoulder. You call it luck, I call it making sure I'm always on your mind. Yams, come copping a feel. Well, it's working too well. You wait until she slips past you again, and this time you slide a hand in her back pocket, giving her ass a squeeze as you whisper, because now I want you on the rest of me. Well, the kids. Can't see a thing, I checked, so if I were you, I'd watch your back. Slip back to your post, your smile smug, because you may have started this little war, but I'm gonna win. As the last of the guests trickle away, you help Ryder and the other ranch hands get started tearing down the temporary setup. This way, girl. Let's get you to bed. Good work today, Belle. How are you feeling? In a word, tired. My aches and pains, I swear. When all this is done, I'm taking a bath for at least an hour. You wipe the sweat from your brow with the back of your hand. It comes away streaked with mud. Make it 3. You'll need 1 just to get the first layer of the dirt off. You cherish the warm smile he sends your way, and as the weight of the day settles over you, you can't help but think, this was the hardest thing I've ever done. It was pure chaos. There were so many moving parts with the kids and animals, parents, and you know what? I loved every minute. I can't wait until this is up and running full time. Well, here's hoping it is. Mandy's dads have made it clear we're not to use any more ranch profits to fund this stuff. If it's going to succeed, we're going to have to raise it on our own. But how? The ice cream money is a start, but it won't keep us afloat for long. Which is why I'd like to introduce you to Delaney Smith Williams. You two look up to find Manny ushering a woman in a crisp, clearly expensive suit. My granddaughter loved every second of the petting zoo today, and I love being able to do something educational with her that didn't end in "Nana, I'm bored." I think you have all really got something here, and I'd like to help. That's incredible. I haven't seen that woman since the lawyer book. Miss Smith Williams is going to be sponsoring us as we try to take home the blue ribbon from the prize haver at the county fair. If we were to win, it would officially put Martinez's ranch new expansions on the map. All I ask in return is that you promote my merchandise while you're there. Done. Thank you so much. The 3 of you offer your hands to shake, and as you walk Miss Smith Williams to her car, you can't help but wonder aloud. I don't think we ever said, what business are you in? Before she can answer, Mandy jumps in, her excitement bubbling over. That's the best part. Miss Smith Williams sells high-end costume jewelry. Our cows are getting a makeover. Oh my god. What? Oh, she don't... Listen, girl, you jump in like, oh my god, head first, man. You, and in the deep end, no less. The deep end. Alright, without further ado, thank you all for watching, and please remember that if you did enjoy, do like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description, plenty of things to check out, plenty of ways to support, and ways to become an intricate part of this family, this community that we have here. Also consider the join and thanks button if you did enjoy the content. But, without further ado, that's pretty much it. So, got a couple more chapters to do, plenty of content coming, by the way, if you're a Romance Club fan, and you're watching this. Do keep in mind that I have a backstock of videos that I'm going to be uploading very soon, so stay tuned for that. Thank you once again for watching. Catch you all later. Peace out.